Wait for a couple of y'all to get up in here. This is the 7-Eleven Boxing Promotions Breakdown. Y'all see my title. Pertaining to Frank Martin and this whole Tank Davis situation. You know, I'm gonna put on my advisory hat and break this down for y'all. You know, I'm gonna break this down for y'all and basically format it out for y'all why Mandown Promotions never really believed in Frank Martin and they are cashing him out. Alright? They're cashing him out. I'm just gonna wait for a couple of y'all to get up in here, then I'm gonna break this down why they are. And please feel free to debunk it. You know? Flow through, you know? Try to debunk it. You know? But the writing is on the wall that, you know, they basically, you know, they're cashing him out, man. And they never really believed in him, right? Now, I want y'all to catch these vibes, right? Frank Martin initially had an offer to fight Shakur Stevenson, right? That fight would have took place last November, right? Pay attention to what I'm breaking down to y'all now. So, if they believed in Frank Martin, right? He was offered that fight for $1 million, a little over $1 million, which he declined, right? Because he wanted more money. A lot of you guys said that Frank Martin would have beat Shakur Stevenson, so I'm going to take that stance with you guys as an advisor, believing in Frank would have beat him, right? Now, had Frank beat Shakur in November, right? Frank Martin would be the WBC champion. Thus, this fight with Tank Davis that is set to take place whenever, late spring, early summer, will be a unification bout, which means that Frank would have, you know, a belt, deeming him more valuable, right? But he never got that fight. They didn't go through with that fight. Thus, he's saying that Mandown Promotions never believed in him. And they are thus cashing him out right now against Tank Davis. Because if he did take that fight in November, and he's fighting now, what we're hearing, late spring, early summer, maybe June, whenever, he could have had that fight in November and made it over $1 million. And then had this fight here again. But like I said, I don't believe they believe in Frank. You know, what's up with, you know, please feel free to debunk me. Put out some content. Debunk this. Because if they believed in Frank, Frank would have had taken that fight in November, right? November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Now, that's 7 months. In 7 months, he would have came back and he would have fought. You know, he would have fought in 7 months, right? He would have came back, he would have fought in 7 months. Why didn't he take the fight in November? And like I said, I'm taking the stance that he would have won. So if he takes that fight in November and he wins, he has the belt, the WBC belt. Now he's fighting in June or late spring, early summer with a belt. Mandown Promotions never believed in him. They're cashing him out now against Tank Davis. Please debunk this. Somebody debunk this. This is 7-Eleven Promotions. You know, I got on my advisory hat right now. As an advisor, I feel like that they didn't believe in Frank Martin. Because Frank Martin could have beat Shakur Stevenson. That's what you guys were saying. So that's the stance that I'm taking. So he would have beat Shakur Stevenson in November, making $1 million, a little over $1 million. He would have had the WBC belt. 7 months later, he's set to fight Tank Davis with a belt, unification fight, more money. But like I said, Mandown Promotions did not believe in him, and they are cashing him out. Please debunk this. Please debunk it. 7-Eleven Promotions, man. Please debunk this. Debunk this right now, right? See, all we are doing is exposing the game, right? Talking boxing, right? But we are exposing the game, especially on the social media thing. Because a lot of people have problems with people that are actually doing things in life or attempting to do things and build things and cover things, right? So, like I said, the advice we had is on. If he took the fight in November, which all you guys said he could have beat Shakur Stevenson, and now he's coming back in late spring, early summer, he would have had a belt, and he would have gained over $1 million. But like I said, Mandown Promotions did not believe in him, and they are cashing him out against Tank Davis. Please, somebody debunk this right now. A couple of y'all been bouncing in and out of here. Feel free to debunk it. 7-Eleven boxing promotion talk, man. This. Debunk it, man. If they really believed in him, he would have took the Shakur Stevenson fight, right? He said that he was coming back in December when he declined the Shakur Stevenson fight in November, but yet he's about to fight late spring, early summer. So he could have took the Shakur fight and won that fight, right? I got my advisory hat on. That's what I would have advised him to have done, since y'all said he would have beat Shakur. Now he would have had a belt. He would have been a legit champion, and him and Tank would have been a unification fight. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense, man? Talk to me, man. This is 7-Eleven Boxing Promotions over here, man. 7-Eleven Boxing Promotions, man. Where, we talk boxing. We advise fighters. We work with fighters. So I'm still on my stance that Frank Martin was a bonehead. That Frank Martin was a clown. And that Mandown Promotions gimmicks, they didn't believe in him. Because why didn't he take the Shakur fight in November? And he's fighting Tank, early summer, late spring. So he could have had that fight. But maybe they thought that he wasn't going to win that fight. Maybe they thought, we'll cash you out later down the road, which they are apparently attempting to do now with this Tank Davis fight. Does that make any sense to y'all, though? You guys talk boxing every day, especially on this internet. Does that make any sense? I know some people that I talk to, they said, damn, Shy. They said, damn, Sauce, you're spot on. That's what you're going to talk about? I said, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I'm going to put on my advisor hat. And, that just, would have been the right thing to do. Especially if Frank could beat Shakur. Or everybody was saying that, he was better than Shakur. You should have knocked Shakur off. And now you would have been fighting for a unification, and you would have had a belt. And you would have had 7 months in between time. Because that fight was in November. Coming back late spring, early summer. So you could have had that date. The News by Shanewz, a.k.a. this is 7-Eleven Promotions. Talk to me, I'll talk back. There's 5 of y'all up in here. There's 5 of y'all up in here, man. That was 3. Well, please, talk to me, man. Like I said, I'm not going to stay on too long. I'm just giving y'all the business, with my advisory hat on. Just giving y'all the business real quick, man. Giving y'all the business, man. You do have options, right? You do have options. You do have options, man. So Frank Martin left $1 million on the table. Basically, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. He left $1 million on the table and a world title. Only, check this out now. Check this out. I'm closing up to the grand finale. He left $1 million on the table, only to 7 months later. We don't know yet because it's just agreed to. But late spring, early summer to fight for a world title. Now, I think 7 months is enough time in between fights, right? Had he took that fight in November and was successful, not only would he have gained $1 million plus, right? He would have had a title. Now he's fighting Tank Davis, title for title, unification. So how much money did Mandown Promotion actually cost him? Did they actually really believe in him? Because, see, a lot of you guys are going to come on here and try to spin this and say, oh, yeah, he got the better end of the bargain fighting Tank. That is correct. But he's fighting Tank 7 months after he could have already have fought for a title. Please do not lose sight of that. Please do not lose sight of that, because I know how a lot of you scammers / spin artists / insiders like to do. But I have on my advisory hat right now, right? Why didn't he take the fight in November if he's fighting now late spring, early June? Mandown Promotions did not believe in him. Mandown Promotions is cashing him out against Tank Davis. The news by Shanewz. This is the Source Experience. But hey, what do I know? You know, you do have options. You know, you do have options. But Frank, best of luck. You know, June or whenever the fight is. That's a funny thing too, right? I see a lot of you insider content creators now saying that the fight's going to be in June. So you guys are listening to old media, because Mike Cobbins and Mike Benson is the ones that put this out. I thought these guys don't know what they're talking about. Man, yo, this internet boxing shit is hilarious. That's why I feel like over here at 7-Eleven Promotions, we can get you guys the best opportunities. Best opportunities. We get the deals. We get the deals over here, 7-Eleven Promotions, man. And not to mention, we will even throw in a side of fries. You know, you do have options. You do have options. This is the Source Experience. The news by Shanewz. But please, smash the like button. You know, smash the like button, you know. Also, I just want to add this. Frank, if it doesn't work out for you, you know, they cash you out. Make sure you get a little, right? Because that's what you wanted for the Shakur. You want a little, So hopefully you get that little, fighting Tank. But just know this. That fight was November. You could have had that million and the little, that you're getting for Tank. And if you had defeated Shakur, that little, you would have had a world title, unification, even more money. Advisory cap on. But hey, what do I know? Hopefully you guys caught and enjoyed this Source. I am going to enjoy the rest of my lunch while I wait for another client to come and try to possibly broker another deal. Because that's what we do over here at 7-Eleven Boxing Promotions. We get the deals for the skills. But hey, what do I know? And check out the content that we've been dropping. Seriously, on a serious note. Great content. Charles Conwell interview. Media marketing agent. Behind the scenes work stuff. Check out the content, man. Laugh a little bit. And always have on your 7-Eleven Promotion advisory hat. We make the big deals. You know the vibes.